my God.
Yo.
Yo.
21.
I mean, here we are.
21.
This is reserved for very special meetings. 21 Jump Street, 21 Us. Guys, a cheer to you as host. Cheers.
Chin chin.
Not only is this our 21 episode, which is beyond anything I could have thought we would have had.
Amazing, right?
But we have Anthony back. We got this guy back.
It's so nice to be back. Yo. Hello. Anthony. I missed you guys so much. I missed everyone out there. It's so nice to be back.
Anthony,
you guys really carried the ball.
I'll tell you what. We had a guest chair.
Yeah.
Tony C.
Amazing
Lorenzo,
job.
They did great. I am so proud of those guys.
Yeah.
And they actually, Tony C. and Lorenzo, they actually helped us with the problem the three of us worried about.
Right.
Yeah.
We have an ongoing theme of worrying behind the scenes. What happens when we can't make it? We don't want to drop episodes. We don't want to drop weeks.
No.
We want to keep going, if at all possible. So, so now we realize, okay, we can do a rotating chair, and we know we got two good hosts.
Absolutely.
Tony C. and Lorenzo.
They killed it.
They did. They did a great job. But they're not you, Anthony. And in honor of you tonight, Anthony, I don't know if you are aware of this.
What?
But you have a catchphrase. You have two catchphrases.
I do. Apparently.
You do. So,
I do.
Tonight, we are going to have a drinking game because it is our 21st episode.
Yes.
And the legal age here in America is 21.
21.
Every time Anthony says A
or
100%,
we take a sip.
Yeah.
You take a sip.
Thanks,
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
I see Iceberg versus Titanic on this one.
Right. Oh boy.
I know.
If I'm not thinking about it, we're gonna be drinking a lot. That's why I have the bottle. The bottle's sitting beside me just in case.
Look at the bottle.
Right.
Holy mackerel. Why did you get the big bottle?
And since I say a lot, I had to bring out my Wayne Gretzky. It's my Wayne Gretzky whiskey. So that's, Canada's favorite son. You know how Rocky is Philadelphia's favorite son? I got Canada's favorite son, some Wayne Gretzky whiskey. So
do you know, here's something funny. So I belong to a whole bunch of these social media, Facebook, Instagram pages. Yeah. And in the UK, there is a page that they have lookalikes. They've got like a Putin. They've got like a Trump. They got a Reagan, a Bush, right? A James Bond. They got a Gretzky.
Is that right?
They got this guy. I swear to God. I think it's like Gretzky's brother Mark or something.
Holy smokes. Well, you've made it when you're out with those guys. Like, holy
exactly.
Smokes.
Exactly.
Wayne Gretzky, well done. But hey, that was hey, not a. Thank you.
He said hey. He said hey.
I said hey. I'm back. You guys carried the ball. I dropped that ball. You guys carried that ball. Brought it through you just threw it to the finish line like football. You guys just brought it in. Tony Lorenzo.
Yeah. That's what we do for the people we love.
Yeah. You guys are.
We got to cover each other's backs.
Yeah. You guys are amazing. But full transparency, it's so true. Work completely blew me up. Like last week or was it 2 weeks ago? I don't even know now. It's like you took crap and you just threw it into the fan. That's what happened. That's what happened in my life the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Started all with work. I should have known something was going down.
Right.
COVID was hitting work. People were getting sick. It's hit hard here in Toronto. People were getting fired. So I had to step in. Take a crappy shift that somebody couldn't do. So that took me out of 2 episodes, and then on we went. Sandra got sick; she caught COVID as well, and Christmas was not great. So it was just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff was going on, but Yeah. I'm back. She's doing okay. We're well. Work is going back to she's doing well. She can't smell or taste anything, which is probably the number one issue she's having right now.
Yeah, but you know, in a way, Anthony. Yeah. So viewer discretion coming up.
Right.
Anthony, this could work in your favor.
Okay.
You can have all the kielbasa and sausage you want.
Right.
Because your issue with flatulence will affect her.
It's been great.
It's great.
It's been great. Yeah, it's been fantastic.
You can just have a symphonic review of Rocky due to cabbage, and she won't know.
I probably have been. I think I have been. I don't know. We were joking. We're like, now's the time where you just eat crap that you just don't even want to eat, and you can't taste it. So it's fantastic.
Right.
I mean, hey, you know what? Props to teachers as well. My Sandra's a teacher, and you know what? Underappreciated. She works crazy. She's supposed to be a nurse. She's supposed to be a mother, and she doesn't get proper PPE at work, and she went to work and she got sick. So you know what?
Thank
to the
you,
teachers
Sandra.
out there, best teachers ever.
Yeah,
all you teachers.
Right here, to the teachers.
All you teachers.
I said it.
All you
to the
teachers.
teachers.
But we're back. Love all you guys. Love everyone who sent all their nice wishes and all that kind of stuff. But I'm back and we're all doing well. How you guys doing?
Well, listen, we have had a major holiday happen just a few days ago.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even know.
Christmas. Yeah. I know, Anthony. You were probably quarantined at Christmas. How was Christmas?
Well, we were separated. Yeah, we were quarantined. And I was telling you guys off air, we probably shouldn't have. But that was the first instinct, right? Like, okay, you go in your room. I probably just should have stayed out, caught it with her. We would have been together. Next time, that's what we'll do. But, we follow those rules, right? And she went in and I, so it wasn't the greatest. I felt like on Christmas, like what Rocky said for Thanksgiving, is like,
For me,
it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
For me, it's Thursday, so that's how I felt. But I hope you guys had a better one. Anyways, how was it? How was Christmas?
How was yours, Stacy?
Good. Public service announcement from an official public health nurse.
Yes,
I just want to throw out there, for those of you who are isolating from each other, if you're sharing pets, you're not isolating anymore.
No
so if you've been sharing pets, come out of your rooms.
There's no point.
Because your pets are if everyone in the house is sharing a pet and you're it's kind of pointless. But anyway, so my Christmas and I'm in New Hampshire, and it was raining, and it was 28 degrees, and it was freezing. So we ended up doing Christmas. We pushed everything off, and my husband was on call. So right when we were supposed to have guests is when he got called to a case. He works in surgical department. So
that's how it goes.
I don't want my parents slipping, they're 80 and almost 87. Right. And I was like, you know what, we're doing this. So we had a great Christmas, but we just did it the 26th.
Right. So. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Me and Sandra did Christmas a few days later on our own. So
nice.
When she got out, we did Christmas. But yeah, that's how it goes.
What about you?
Mike, come on, Mike.
Well,
how was Christmas in the Christmas household? Yeah.
So I drove up from Philly to Scranton to see my mom and dad and my brother Jay and his wife Deb, and it was fantastic. Nice. But I'm going to talk very quickly about this. But the first thing I want to say is I did make 2 phone calls on Christmas.
You did.
I did.
Yes, you
I
did.
I made 2 phone calls to 2 of my favorite people on the planet.
And they were epic.
I did. Now, Anthony, here's the thing. I called Stacy first. Ladies go first, right?
Right. Of course.
So she got me on the first bottle of champagne. You got me on
a little more coherent.
You got me on the 5th bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I loved.
So we bought like 5 Magnum bottles. So they're like huge, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Enormous. And we had the best time. So
nice.
So driving in on Christmas, I'm gonna try to be very, very succinct. Yeah. Christmas is the time of year that if I had I have 2 passions. One is Rocky, one is Christmas, and the rest is my family. So driving in, I thought I had this wonderful conversation with my dad. Christmas is not current. Christmas is not the one you're in right now. Christmas is the last 50 Christmases that have built into the emotional construct of what you're experiencing. So you're bringing all these Christmases with you.
That's right.
And you are. And and sometimes, we tend to paint a picture of Christmas in the past. It was so wonderful and beautiful. But that's the one where, Aunt, Sophia had like a heart attack, and then Uncle Johnny fell down the stairs drunk.
Right,
you tend to forget those things.
You do, yeah.
And you just remember the beauty of being together.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the magic of Christmas.
Yeah.
Right. You remember the good food. And if there's one thing I really, really want to shout out to my mother right now, who, by the way, Anthony, my mother, she missed you.
Yeah.
She really did.
Yeah, I heard. That's why I want to say to D, I'm back, and we're going to dedicate this show to you.
Look at that.
We're going to dedicate this show
to
D. She missed me, and I missed her.
That's true. It's so true.
She's beautiful. I love it. She's beautiful.
Thank you. So my mother, she makes these amazing dinners. This is one of the things. And you guys can relate to this. When we think about family, we think about food. Because family, it's all around food on the table. And so food is involved in every aspect of our lives.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing I love. We have some of the best conversations around. And I don't know about you guys, but like at our Christmas table over the years, anytime we get together, there are conversations that range from politics to religion to in the middle where we talk about
nothing.
Who was the better Don? Was it Marlon Brando?
Right.
Was it Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
Was it James Gandolfini?
Yeah.
Who is the better Don?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we go all over the place.
A to Z.
And sometimes that's one of the most beautiful things I love about the holidays, that bring us all together, and then we get caught up on each other's lives and so on. And it really is quite lovely. So anyways, I had a wonderful Christmas. My parents were so generous and wonderful with their gifts, and my brother and his wife, same thing. And going over, my brother has this English pub that he and his wife literally built in their house. It's beautiful.
It is really cool looking.
I mean, it is. It takes you back to another century, really. And you guys know that Sue had brain surgery a few years back, and it is she talks about this quite a lot when we get together. You're unsure when that's happening. You're not sure if you're going to make it or whatever. I mean, that's normal.
Yeah.
This pub is where she loves to be the most when she goes back home.
Aww.
Yeah. That's
because there's so much fun, love, and laughs that go on here. And it's one of the things I think it was an old dentist office that my brother it was an old dentist. Think of the people, a chair in the middle of the room that went through pain in this room, and now
all the screams
and here we are having fun. So so the ghosts of Christmas past are probably looking at us saying, what the hell is going on to people?
The dentist chair.
That was my Christmas, and
it sounded fun, Mike.
It was brilliant, and I had time with my in-laws and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
nice.
It was all rather brilliant.
That's what it's all about, guys. That is what it's all about. Yeah, it was. You know what? Christmas is the best. I love Christmas.
100%.
I love it. 100%.
Oh!
Actually, you said it. We'll take it.
But you said it after me.
I said it after. Yes.
Why?
I'm still on my game.
I know you are. I know.
You didn't lose a thing.
We didn't lose anything. Yeah.
What else do we got going on?
We got a plug. Stacy's got something.
We got a plug. Hey, Stacy, you've got a plug. So what do you got?
A plug. Yeah.
From Northern Ireland, we got this beautiful message from a guy named Tom Cowden, and I just wanted to read that. It's to all of us. He says, I just want to wish everyone at the Rocky Files a very Merry Christmas and a fantastic New Year. Big fan of you guys here in Ireland. Your podcast has been a ray of light to me during these depressing times. Thank you, Tom, from Ireland. And so, and then I said thank you. But
we reach out there. That's crazy.
Yep. And it was just so cool. And that he says, what was the other thing he said? I'm in Northern Ireland, been a big fan of Rocky and Sly since my teens. So I just wanted to shout out to him. I want Anthony, I'm going to have you bring up, he is a sketch artist, and this
stuff looks awesome.
I want to plug his Instagram page. Why don't you bring up one of those Rocky sketches for us?
Okay. Look at this.
Isn't that cool? Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
Beautiful. And then
look at the face. It looks just like him.
Yep. And then another one. This what I love about this. Look at the expression on Rocky's face. He totally captured.
I know
the anguish, the how cold he was, how tough this was, and I personally think, as you know, that's the hardest thing to capture is expression, and he could see
the snow whipping in his face. Like, that's awesome.
Yep. And then I just picked a random other one. This is
he's got a non-Rocky one.
Conor McGregor here. I thought this was
great. Jesus, that's amazing.
Looks just awesome? Like him. It's awesome.
So his page is Tom_C_drawing. So just go check out his page. Just a great artist, and I want to say hello to him.
Tom, listen, I have a question for you. If you're watching right now, what is your medium? A lot of those look like they're pen. Yeah, pen and ink. I mean, that looks like it's just a blue Bic pen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what his medium is. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So good.
Yeah, I want to take these. Tom, if you're listening, please send me those two Rocky ones, Rocky 4, where he's in the snow, wrapping his hands. Send me those. I'd like to pass those on to someone rather special that watches our show. Yeah. So I think he'd get a real kick out of that. So, yeah, definitely. Thank you.
That'd be great. All right.
Since you spoke of Sly, I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
For Mike. Lately, on Sly's Instagram, he's been a lot of inspirational stuff.
Yeah, a lot of personal stuff.
A lot of personal inspiration. And I just want to, as a, Mike, you know maybe where his head is more than anybody. Where do you think he's at right now? Like, it's more than usual.
Yeah.
Where do you think it's coming from?
This is something I'm very, very touched by, because these are things I do myself at different times over the years.
Yeah.
I believe so completely in the Rocky philosophy. Now, this is something my parents taught me when I was a kid. It just so happened that Rocky fell in line with my parents' philosophy. And that is, you keep believing in yourself, you keep trying. And Stallone is the poster boy for this. He really, really is in his career. Okay, so we all know Rocky. We don't even have to touch on that. We know Rocky is the poster boy.
Sure.
But then you think about when you go through the peak, you're in the mid-'80s. Stallone is at the peak of his career then, right? And it's easy. It's easy when you're at your peak. But then you start leveling off.
Right.
And then you go to the bottom. And then people begin to forget about you. And it's like an actor dies twice. An actor dies on screen, and then they die in real life. And so he's like, now that he's had this perennial comeback, ever since 2006, Sly has been back in the public eye domain. And I think he is more grateful now than he's ever been. Because remember, in the 90s, he was running from Rocky. He wrote in Rocky 5, Rocky was going to die. But the producers of Rocky 5 changed that. And I'm glad. That is one thing Stallone had done wrong, was kill Rocky off. And I think Sly would agree to that now. But at the time, he was younger and he wanted to move on to other projects. And the world saw him as Rocky, and he thought, killing Rocky, maybe I can start my career all over again.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think when we see him give these extraordinary talks around the grounds of his house about perseverance, about having thicker skin like an alligator and so on.
Yeah.
I think he genuinely just wants to push that onto society and say, listen, you can do better. You can persevere. What you're experiencing right now, it won't be forever. It's not permanent. You can move past this. You just got to believe somewhere deep inside. And as much as I think he wants to have a nest egg for his family, I believe Sly wants to have a perseverance nest egg for society. I wholly believe
his footprint.
Yeah, his footprint.
Oh, yeah.
He talks about your footprint. And I just posted something on Instagram this evening about your footprint. Not everyone's footprint is going to be a size 34. Most people's going to be, if you're, anywhere from a 6.5 to like a 11.5. Yeah. That's the average footprint. But what is that footprint? What do you do with that footprint? How does that footprint, I don't know, I guess motivate others? Me with my tours, us with this podcast. And I think, Anthony, again, just bringing this full circle to what you're talking about, I believe so fully that Sly just wants to keep that out there. He doesn't want that message to die.
Yeah, for sure. I think the re-release helped him too. I think.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't even think he probably thought it was going to do so well or get such a response. And I think he felt the love from that as well, and kind of brought him back to a more pensive place.
Well, I'm thinking we're gonna have the opportunity sooner than later to ask the guy. So
can't wait.
I know, just hang in there, everybody.
We're hanging.
Listen, the man has given me his word. Just hang in.
Just takes time. That's all. Just takes time.
Exactly. It just takes time.
My favorite thing that he says, and he says it a lot, and he's 75, and I'm sure that's a tough number. It's like you get there in minutes. You're like, how the heck? How did I turn 75? But he always says, time is our currency. Time is your currency. And it's like, and it's true, as we each get older, it's like, if not now, when? You whatever it is that you want to do, you better just get to it and do it.
Yep.
And whenever I hear him say that, it makes me sit down and get focused on my things.
That's why we're doing this. That's why we're here.
Yeah. You know what, Stacy? You are 387,000% correct.
Yeah.
Because my father has been doing something similar to me, and I hate hearing it. And I haven't told him this. He's just going to hear this right now. So when the last, 18 months or so, my father is just about the same age as Stallone. And so Dad says, I'm not going to be here forever. And I hope what I do is, kind of been felt. Yeah. I hope my footprints have been felt in the ground. And they have. And I'm not going to get down that road. But when he says it, he goes, we're not going to be here forever. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I know. You're not 50 anymore. And it's my brother and I, we have these conversations. And there's no nice way to say this. But we are in the Jesus. I'll just say it. We're in the death years. That's where we are right now. Yeah. And if my parents had to do it with their parents, and now anytime that phone rings, it could be
something scary.
Yeah. It can be. And that's why I hate, I like when I call my parents.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like when they call me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because there's if I see it's my mother's number and she doesn't call all that often, I go, it's cell phone, right? What's up, Mom? What's happening? And says,
I know.
Oh, I have a problem with the computer. I don't know how to copy something or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Good.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is the call I like,
Yes.
But again, I do think my parents have at least a decade worth of good living left. They're very great health and all that.
Yeah.
But I think people my age, we begin thinking when that phone call happens. So I guess I don't want to bring the show down, which I think I might have. So
no, you didn't.
Just love the people you got.
But
whoever's in your life, love.
But if your dad keeps looking like he does in those pictures, and that one that you just
Miami
posted,
Vice, man.
Did you see him I mean 1980s.
Holy smokes!
I know
picture.
That is one.
There.
That is one.
That's an awesome.
That's
picture.
one good-looking guy, boy.
1986, man. Me and Dad in the front room, which is now the living room where they watch TV and everything, with that giant Morticia Adams wicker chair.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's awesome.
I think every family had a wicker chair like that.
Yeah. I didn't know who was senior and who was junior. I'll tell you. Mr. K.
My hair was like out like this. It was
so
ridiculous.
was everyone's.
That's true.
Yeah, like whatever. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that was amazing. Mike,
yeah,
you're in a rocky mood today, aren't you?
Oh,
you were talking about some kind of a rocky mood.
Yeah,
that you were
What's up with
in
that?
today, man.
Surprise, surprise, people! Today I was in an exceptional rocky mood, and when I tell you I never watched the Creed movies, I never watched the Creed movies.
Yeah, I hear you.
I have very personal issues. However, I felt I was in a Rocky Balboa Creed 2 mode today.
Yeah.
Mode.
Like a brand new nostalgia.
Not mode. I was in a mode today.
Right.
And I recorded a bunch of things. I did a whole lot. And over the next couple of days, I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah.
But there was something about Sly's scenes in Creed 2 that, I don't know, they really touched me deeply. Yeah. So when I watched Creed 2, I fast forward everything with Michael B. Jordan.
I agree.
Supposed
really
decent actor. I don't watch him.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How do you
we had a discussion a few episodes ago about like if there was no Sly in that movie, I wouldn't watch that film. So I get it.
That's what I think.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. All right. But
anyways, so they have their place.
Yeah, they do, Anthony. They do. And I was watching a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and I was fast forwarding to Sly's scenes as Rocky, of course. Mm-hmm. And I just had this profoundness that just came over me about how this character, when everyone walks away from you, when you are up against a challenge, whether it's a new job, whether it's taking care of an elder parent or family member, whether it's saying goodbye to a beloved pet and you have children around, whatever it is, imagine if for whatever reasons you don't have the emotional substance it takes to go through that.
Yeah.
Stacy, what would Rocky do? Stacy was the first
100%. Sorry. 100%. Sorry to interrupt.
So what would Rocky do? Stacy was really one of the first people that said that to me out loud. Yeah. And I thought in my own mind, what would Rocky do? But I didn't put it in, WWRD. What would Rocky do?
Right.
When Stacy said that to me in a conversation like 2 years ago, I thought, boy, that's something. I like that. And so that's what I think about. And I was looking at these images of Rocky over Adonis's shoulder, being there, watching him at the speed bag, watching him in life hold his child, watching him walk into the ring, which could be devastation, whatever. To have someone you have your spouse, you have your partner in life, you have your parents, you have your siblings, and all those people are amazing and wonderful.
Yeah.
For me, they were not enough. No matter, and they talk about love. My parents, wife, brother, sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, mother-in-laws, they love me. They've been a great source of energy for me, but they weren't enough. For me, Rocky truly is my best friend, and he's there just over my shoulder saying, you can do it. Yeah. Reach for the light switch. Just reach in the darkness. Reach along the wall. Fumble along the wall. Press against the solidness of the wall until you feel that switch and click it. Click it. And that's Rocky. That's what this simple broken down box here has done for me. And right now, I'm very, very emotional. And I was very emotional watching these scenes today. And this is before I had a couple of drinks. I mean,
I think we all feel that, man. Like when we watch it, like there's a reason why I don't love the Creeds, many reasons. But when I see Rocky giving everything to this kid, I always think this guy, I don't think he deserves it.
Right.
I don't think, like, we should be we should be there.
Exactly.
I don't think that this kid deserves this.
Us loyal fans of all these generations, here we are, and to have Rocky over our shoulder in the back whispering our ear, it's okay, kid, go for it. We'll try.
I love that.
That to me, that is the one little percent that interlocks and ticks it so you can go forward.
So true.
That's where I was today. Big surprise. I go there quite often. But today,
we all do.
Today was a Creed 2 day, and I haven't seen Creed 2 in quite some time. And I got to tell you, Drago and Florian Mutno, I mean, they were amazing. Dolph Lundgren, they were brilliant.
I've only seen it once. I've only seen it the one time in theaters, and that is it.
Anthony, go back and watch it.
Yeah, I have to. I keep saying that, but
fast forward through Jordan.
I know.
That's what I do. Unless he's in a scene with Rocky, right? And I have to tell you, there is a scene where that I love particularly, where Rocky is in Apollo Creed's gym, and he's sitting there, and he's got Baby Duke is to Rocky's left, and Adonis is in front of him, and they say the only way this return fight with Drago is going to happen if we go to Russia. And Rocky gets up and he's got the hat on and the sweatshirt. He's like, oh, Russia. And he goes, Baby Duke says to Jordan, he goes, if it comes down to a decision, Russia is going to give it to Drago, Baby Drago. And Rocky turns around with the fedora and he goes, we can't let that happen. And he looks at Adonis, and Adonis is like, yep, that means I got to knock him out. And Baby Drago is this mountain of a man. I mean, a fierce competitor. Yeah. And I just see that. That's just Rocky giving you the cold, hard facts.
Yeah.
You're going to knock him out. That's it.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Look at this.
100%. Oh.
I don't even realize it now.
I know you don't.
Somebody's here.
Oh! Bring him in. We have a guest.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We got a guest.
What's going
there
on?
he is.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. This is my guy.
Look at my office.
Look at this guy.
Nice.
Now listen, I want to say something right here.
Yeah.
First of all, we have Santa Maverick /QBC. Yeah. My dear friend Rosario is with us. Now listen, I call you several different names. I go Ross, Rosario, Mr. Smirne. How do you want to be addressed?
Rosario's cool, and people call me Rosario, Ross, everything. Smirne.
Oh boy. Okay, so it doesn't matter.
I love that because there's something with that name, Ross Rosario. Like Rosario is really badass. Like there's something I really like.
It's a cool
about.
name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. Like don't mess. Don't mess with double R.
Clearly, it's intelligent because right over his shoulder we have a Pretender poster. And I mean, I don't see anybody else with a Pretender poster up in their room.
No, we do not.
Somebody's still waiting for their Pretender poster.
Well, I sent it to you. It's lost in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
I got a bunch of them, but I can't find a frame.
All right. I'll make sure
they made them so big, I can't find a frame. Can anyone send me a frame?
Ross, thank you so much for being part of our little podcast here tonight.
Welcome.
I've really wanted to get you on here for a long time.
Yeah.
You are one of the humans on this planet that is just a man after my own heart. Why don't you listen? You have done something so brilliant. You have reinvented the image of Santa in such a way.
It's cool.
It's so badass and cool.
Yep.
before we get into anything else, let's talk about Santa Maverick.
Yeah.
How did it come to you, and why are you doing it?
Good question. Back up from when I was a kid, like Mike, I'm a huge, probably one of the biggest Christmas people in the world, right?
Right.
Mm.
So coincidentally, I had my second baby, Rocco, named born on Christmas Eve, which was almost, I wouldn't say it was planned, but when we were going to induce the baby, the doctor, I said, well, if we're going to induce it on the 23rd, we got to wait till the 24th to have it. But that's a whole nother story. So 5 years ago, doing one of my business, my QBC business, I met a family at an expo, Marine Corps Expo, where I was selling shirts. Mm-hmm. Stayed in touch with them. Over the course of maybe 2 years later, I needed a Santa for my son's birthday party. They live in North Carolina. My Santa that was supposed to be the Santa at my house backed out. So I'm going to call her the secret Santa maker that made my suit because she wants to stay anonymous. So I called her up and I said, listen, secret Santa maker, I know you're not a Santa pimp here, but do you know a Santa for some reason in DC that I can trust? She's like, well, I just made a suit for a guy. He's about an hour away from you. Give him a call. He comes, really cool suit. I loved it. I've always wanted to do Santa, but I didn't want to wait till I was 70 years old to look like everyone else. So
right.
Yeah.
We keep in contact, like we're friends and blah, blah, blah. We're talking about it. And then last December, so not this one, the year before, she says, would you want to do it? I'm like, how? I don't look like Santa. She's like, listen, grow a beard. We'll take it from there. I grow a beard about this length. I just cut this back today. I'm on the off season. So
yeah.
She's like, grow a beard. I said, well, if we're going to do it, we got to do it different. She totally agreed. So she knows me. She knows my personality. She knows my company, blah, blah, blah. So she goes, she's going to make it badass, boom, 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 boom. And she didn't tell me much. I had an idea, but I knew it was going to be a vest. That might be all I knew, right? Mm-hmm. So we're communicating for a year back and forth. And right around maybe June, she said, what do you want your name to be? I'm like, well, I don't want to be Santa Ross, Santa Rosario. I said, the model of my company's made for Mavericks, and Maverick is something different, someone that doesn't really care what people say. I said, I'll be Santa Maverick. And nice. I got the suit like 3 weeks, right around Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't wait. I did a photo shoot, and this ties into the next part, how the Maverick came up even more, means more to me. Yeah. I started posting it. I told Mike this on a bunch of Santa groups. There's a million Santa groups on Facebook. Right? Really? So I post. It's a whole nother world. That's probably a 3-hour podcast.
Wow! I didn't know this.
It's a huge business. I can't. Wow. You don't have time to listen to it.
And they're jealous and insecure. Yeah, they don't represent Santa. Trust me.
Yeah, so I put it out there, and 80% of the comments were like, I love it, I love it, I love it. And 20% went for my throat, like, you're disrespectful. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, right? Boy.
So I'm like, guys, my name's Santa Maverick. And I was very respectful. And I'm like, but I don't know how many ways I could tell you. I don't care what you think. But I said it nicer than that, and they got mad because I didn't care what they think. Because I've been Santa for 50 years. I'm like, okay, guys. I mean, it's cool. I'm like, thanks for your feedback, but this is like Rocky to me now. You're giving me all I need is haters. I don't mind them at all. Yeah. I get motivation from this dumbest things. So I'm thinking of some 72-year-old Santa making fun of me for whatever reason, doesn't even know me. And one guy, I'm like, hey, you're not being very Santa Claus-ish, man. You're talking all this trash. But it was funny. The post exploded. I was telling Mike, they usually get like 3 comments and 3 likes. This had hundreds and thousands of comments and likes. They're going back. People are defending me. And I'm like, guys, I'm a big guy, man. I don't need any defense here. I don't really care. I just posted a picture.
That's okay. Free promotion.
Yeah. Ross, hold on one second. Anthony.
Yeah.
You got a video we can show of Santa Maverick?
Yeah.
Let's play that real quick. I want everyone to see this.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a video right here.
Yeah.
Introducing the Santa Maverick.
Thank you. That's a good picture. Everyone say Merry Christmas.
Show the other one. Do we have it?
Oh,
love
look at
that.
Yeah.
Look at how
so cool.
badass
That's his styles. That's his styles right there.
That's the thing. This is something.
Awesome.
This is what I love. I love the fact, Ross, that you are going after something and reinventing it. Yep. And you and I have had this very conversation.
Yep, many times.
Nobody can see it. Nobody sees it. Nobody sees it. But nobody sees it until it's done.
Yep.
And then going forward, this is something brand new. I have such incredible love for what he's doing, what you're doing right now. I mean, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with reinventing something. It doesn't change. It doesn't change what it means or what it's about. You know, so I don't know how it can be disrespect. Like, yeah, it's Christmas.
It's a cool twist on a traditional
cool twist. You're still spreading love and all that good spirit. There's nothing wrong with it.
Disrespectful is if you're at a strip club.
Yeah, right.
Santa hat.
Yes,
right. With two girls on the pole.
Right.
Disrespectful.
Yes.
This is beautiful. This is a new look, a distinguished gentleman look with Santa, with maybe a newsboy, paperboy hat. Okay, the cap. I love that. The Kangol puts them out. They're beautiful. I love the robe. You know what, Ross? Tell us about that robe. That thing is brilliant. How much does it weigh?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's very warm. And it's definitely heavy, but not weight heavy. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the Secret Santa maker originally was making it in brown and black, almost more like the Christmas Chronicles, Kurt Russell, right?
Wow.
Well, I don't know if it was luck, but my beard started getting grayer by the month. So she's like in the middle of it. She is the best. I mean, one thing about those Santa sites, I cannot explain to you how many people want the ones that like me want her to make stuff and make her suit. So anyway, she in the middle of it, probably farther than the middle, because I got the hat, the robe, and then the fur and the boots, which is detachable. She changes the gray and black, right? So because she was such a perfectionist, I would have been cool with the brown, and that's all I knew. She's like, that's right. You're gonna have a vest. A vest with a pocket watch that you can put on. You're going to have brown fur.
Nice.
Not even like a month before she was done, she switched it to gray and black. And I love it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's rare, just that color alone. And if you look at it, it's tough to see in the pictures. That whole thing is detailed with embroidered, almost like something you put down on a table. Like it's all embroidered and stuff.
Like a tapestry, sort of?
Tapestry. Yeah. And it's all handmade. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like the vest, she didn't buy that vest. She sewed. I'm about to put a video on TikTok tonight showing the process, like a little bit of it, right?
Yeah.
That's all hand sewn. I mean, that's like it's crazy. I can't talk enough about her. Well, anyway, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah,
the first one she made was for her husband, and he's a different looking Santa, and he's awesome, right? So you got Santa Max, Santa Todd, and then you have me, and then we're all in this thing, and we do it for charity, right? So that's the catch. You know what I mean? So anything and they all do different things. Todd does different fundraisers. He does photo shoots. Max does the both. I'm doing it a little backwards. I'm creating the hype online, and then I'm gonna, because I have to prove to people that people want to see me. So that picture you guys liked, I went down to this place I got to take Mike. It's called Old Town Alexandria. It's top 10 in the country of Christmas places. And I just walked around, meet and greeted people, and people will come up to me, and I have to show people that. So I'm going to create such a hype online that they're going to come after me. That's my goal, right? That's why Rocky and me. All right. You don't believe it? I'll show you. I can tell you people love it, but let me show you people love it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get the TikTok and stuff up, and I can tell you plans I have for days. But
Ross, when you're flying, because you're gonna fly. It's not gonna take long. You're gonna fly. What's the goal? What's the ultimate goal? Keep doing charity, or what are you?
Yeah, I mean, I have, in terms of the ultimate goal, I have a million ways that I do it is one thing, but what I'd like to do, I have a couple of charities, and it's mainly around children's cancer. I have a number in my head that I promised this guy, and I've done things for charity for him already, but I have a number in my head I keep to myself that I want to be able to sustain him per month, right? Because that's all he does. He dresses up as Spider-Man and he goes and sees 6 kids in California and actually across the world from here to England.
It's amazing.
And that's what he does. He's sustained by people giving donations, right? I want to do that. I have another charity in mind that I want to write a certain amount of check out to. And my ultimate goal when I know that things are going well, and there's other aspects. I want to have the Santa truck, right? As part of the show. All that stuff. But I want to have a huge, like, darn near gala for underprivileged kids in maybe DC. And like my wife does special events. That's what she does.
Wow.
So I have the best. That's my goal is to have 200 kids. Santa, like she's throwing events, big events, and that's when I know that's right because the money is going to cost me to do this is not small, you know. So I want to have that and scholarships and give out toys. I mean, I have goals of getting a horse in a buggy and going down to DC going to toys. I mean, I have a trillion goals. Mike knows that. I mean, a million.
I love it.
I can see him seriously in that his outfit. I can see him walking through like a farm of reindeer.
Yeah.
Could you imagine feeding reindeer corn pellets out of his hand? I mean, what a great video amongst them. So what is your takeaway? Awesome. When we're talking about Santa Maverick, what do you hope people will take away from this as you grow in the future?
Well, through my other company, I want people to do what their goal is, to do whatever it is. I mean, it's not cocky. It's not. I have plans in my head, and I'm going to go as hard as I can. So I think everyone can do it. Like I can't explain how much I don't care what other people think in terms of negativity. Like
that's a blessing.
That's great.
I don't care. You know, I mean, I care what certain people think, right? And I use like Mike and my wife and my mother and friends for feedback.
Yeah.
But ultimately what the world thinks, because I know what's going to happen, you know, and everyone could do that, you know, but people, you have to work, right? You could dream. I mean, I have ADHD. I'm always dreaming, thinking, writing stuff down, but you have to eventually wake up and do it, right? So if what you want to do is do Rocky tours, then do it. If you want to be a doctor, I don't care what your goal is. Sports. Most of my life for the first 23 years, I played sports. So that's what my Santa Maverick was, right? I played college ball. I played overseas in Italy. So that was where Rocky helped me. Now I still work out, whatever, but it's changed into this world, you know, it's transitioned to that. And I believe anyone can do what they want to, but too many people quit before they get to where they want to be.
Exactly. That's perfect. Well said.
True. Yeah.
They put a time frame, you know, I'm going to have Santa Maverick. I'm going to have the Rocky tours making X amount of dollars in 5 years, and they don't do it in 3 or 4 or 5 and they quit. Well, what if next day,
right?
Malone might call you. He might DM you. Don't know what's going to happen. And then you blew it, you know, just keep going. I don't care. You're going to get there. It might take different avenues, you know?
Yeah.
Like who would have thought another business having a kid on Christmas Eve, needing a Santa that backs out would lead me to meeting the Secret Santa maker, because I couldn't and wouldn't do Santa at this age with this look with a Coca-Cola suit. I'm not crazy. It's not going to work for me, you know?
Right.
So many things have to line up for it to work. And if I quit different things, who knows where you're going, you know?
You'll never know. Yeah.
Talking about lining up, the stars align and so on. Yes. So here's how I came across Ross. I came across him. So both of us, our hometowns in Northeast Pennsylvania, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And one time he was doing, so he talks about his other company that he has, QBC, Quit Bitchin Coalition. Mm-hmm. And so this is something that I really thought, boy, what an interesting name. And so I just came across it and I reached out to him, and when I found out he was from Scranton, I said, "Oh, this guy!
Destiny.
I want to talk to him."
Yeah.
So I was doing tours one day. It was in November, and he said, "Hey, Mike, I'm going to be in Philly with my family. We're staying at this one hotel, and we're doing the Rocky Run." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, listen, I got a couple of tours I'm doing that day. Let me stop by." I said, if you don't mind me dressed in the hat and the coat and all this stuff, I'll stop by and we'll hang in. We'll just talk a little bit. And so I know I was exhausted from time. He was tired from his life and everything. And so we're meeting in the lobby and we're talking. First time I saw him, Now here's a funny little short story. I love this stuff. So I am on a really good day with a thick pair of hunting socks and Nike Shocks. I'm about 5'10" with that. Okay. My Rocky shoes that I wear. These are nothing short of elevator shoes. They make me about 5'11" and a half. All right. So I feel like, I'm way taller.
Tall guy.
You're tall. You're tall.
I feel great. I walk into the friggin' lobby and Ross comes out of the elevator and he's like 7'4". He has the broadest shoulders, the tallest guy. And I'm like,
hi.
I'm like, Kunda, how are you? And he's got his aunts and his uncles, his mom. I mean, everybody was there, his sister and everything. I mean, he comes from such good stock.
Yeah.
He is one of those guys. His family is like my family. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I gravitate towards this guy. He's such a beautiful soul. Mm-hmm. And Ross, I mean that. I mean, you're just,
I appreciate it. Right back at you.
I do appreciate that. There are not many people on the planet that I really like to vomit gratuitously on, and you are one of them.
This is true.
It's true. It's true. I don't like many people.
I appreciate it.
So QBC.
Yeah.
Take us to QBC. How did that get started? Why did you do it? Where are you at with it?
All right, that's a good question. So I started 6 years ago. Well, I launched it 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. At the time, so let's go back 8 years. I had another business. I was doing tickets. I was selling tickets, and it was cool, but it just wasn't fulfilling. I got sick of it, and I recently got married. I was thinking of doing another business, but I didn't know what. But I knew something would hit me. So one day, 2:00 in the morning. No, I wasn't married at the time when I came with the idea. I just got sick of people like complaining all the time and on Facebook and airing their laundry out. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
especially these days.
Yeah. Well, I put a statement on Facebook. All I said was, I'm starting the Quit Bitchin Coalition tomorrow. T-shirts available in a week. That's what I put.
Wow.
Go to bed. I wake up, I get my coffee, make a pound of bacon like I always used to do in my single days. And I look at Facebook and I'm like, what the heck? Everyone's asking me for shirts, right? And I'm like, okay, maybe I got something here, right? So I talked to my wife, my girlfriend, not my wife, my mother, and I also had monkeys on my shoulders back then. I didn't make it in baseball as far as I wanted to. I had some other things, other businesses not go the way. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of projecting a little bit, right? So I immediately, after a half pound of bacon, I trademarked it. I said, okay, I'm not getting this stolen because I already put it to the world. And I have like 1,000 friends, whatever, on Facebook. So I trademarked it. I initially made some designs pretty quickly, and my wife, who's much smarter, slowed me down. She's like, these are terrible. Like, these suck. Like, why don't you, do it better? And I took my time. 2 years. I made a checklist from 1 to about 150 of things I wanted to do, from certain boxes to everything. I took my time. In the meantime, got married. Boom, 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 boom. And then I launched it. And what I wanted to do is have a motivational line that also looks good, not just a bunch of words, right? So I came out with some logos, and I did it. I've sold in 17 countries, a bunch of celebrities, and it's growing, and it's all grassroots. You know, I mean, I haven't invested a ton of time. A ton of money in ads. You know, I got influencers and people like when Mike with his 100-some thousand followers on different platforms, and and it's growing, monthly. You know what I mean? And I have so many more ideas with that. So now I'm just balancing the two things.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much it's a fashion attitude type of line. You know what I mean? Something that you could, and people are getting behind it. And like I always tell people, and Mike, everyone from Rocky to Mike to me to my father had a time that you could quit or quit bitching, right? So I don't care how successful you are, you weren't born that way, right? So you had that moment that you had to keep going. So that's what it's for. And I want it to look good too. You know what I mean?
It's awesome looking stuff. We're gonna put your Instagram down there too, and you send us some stuff because we want to put it up here as well.
Sure, of course.
So one of the things, one of the core things about this podcast, is how Rocky influenced you. And that's something I really want to get to. I really wanted to hear about the Santa Maverick. I wanted you to talk about QBC, but now Ross, I want to hear from you how, and you've alluded to it, but be a little more specific. How has Rocky influenced you?
And I mean, I honestly say in everything. I mean, so most of my life, or the first half of my life, was revolved around sports. And I always tell the story when I talk about me and Mike. And I don't know, Mike, maybe 3-4 years ago we were talking, and I think Mike, when we talk, right, you see Rocky more of a love story, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I have listened to Eye of the Tiger. Okay, Mike might be the biggest Rocky fan. I'm the biggest Eye of the Tiger fan. Okay, I'm the biggest Rocky story soundtrack person because there's no way that people listen to as much as me. The movies, I'm probably top 5 watching them, but I never in my life saw it as a love story. Maybe because I was not in that place.
Right.
To me, it was a motivational because I worked out, but played sports. Like I said, and every time. From the second I heard Eye of the Tiger, I was in the backseat of my babysitter's car going somewhere. I loved it. And then I don't remember the first time I saw Rocky because I was pretty young when it came out. And it became we played Rocky at my wedding when we got introduced. Okay. So I can't now to this day or that day work out without listening to the Rocky story.
I agree.
And when I would work out, when I was training for the half marathon, I would picture certain scenes in it. So everything, even now when I'm doing the Santa Maverick and I'm doing this and I'm doing the companies and stuff, is revolved around Rocky. I mean, how else can I explain it? I mean, besides watching movies, listening to it, it's in my head when I'm doing things. It just is. Whether it's
I get it.
Whether it's waking up. Now I want to get kind of jacked up for this Santa Maverick thing, like muscular, but bigger. I have to wake up 4 in the morning, because of my job and my kids, and so I'll think about different scenes. It's just it's second nature, to me. So everything I do, and people call me Rocky. And I think I told Mike 1,000 times. To me, Rocky's name's not Robert. I don't care who. It's Rocco, right? So I named my second
Rocco.
Hey, Rocco.
Neighborhood Rocco.
Yeah, to me it's Rocco. So that's my kids. Rocco.
That is amazing.
I don't care if it's Stallone's in my living room. It's never Robert. What, Robert? No, it's not Robert. I like the name, whatever, but it's Rocco.
Rocco.
So I mean, it's motivated me in more ways that I can explain. I mean, I was a freshman on the basketball team. I was, on varsity, and I connived them into our opening when we went through with the crowd to play Eye of the Tiger. I was a freshman. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I came to bat in college, they played the song. What do you think it was? Eye of the Tiger. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, back to the love story part. And Mike, I see where you're coming from. I do. Yeah. But if you never said that, I never saw it that way, because to me, it was a motivational underdog, and that's what both of my brands, the Maverick and the QBC, is all about. I gravitate to underdogs and people anyway. I like to help people.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You never, and people say this all the time to me. I've literally got into verbal fistfights with people.
I see it. I get it now. I'm in a different place, right?
Yeah. Right.
But when you think about it,
I 100% see it now, because everyone, as Mike knows and has, and I have him, you need Adrian in your life, right? If you don't have Adrian, you don't have anything.
So when you see,
so I get it. I get it now, but back then I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, in the original Rocky, when you right over my shoulder, right there. Yeah. So my black and white painting, when Rocky waves Apollo, he's just been beaten. He's down. He gets up. He waves Apollo in.
Yep.
What sells? So it's two-part. What sells it is Apollo shaking his head.
Yep.
Can't believe it. I just gave this guy the best I got. What am I going to do? But then you have Rocky waving him in. But it's not just that moment. Yes, when I see that moment, that is a go-to moment to charge me up when I am insecure. But because Rocky has Adrian, because he has something to be bigger than himself.
Sure.
It's not the fight he needs to be bigger than. It's not the public he needs to be bigger so that he can be there for Adrian. He can be complete as a human for Adrian. And Adrian motivates him. Now, as we get older in life and we have the people that we love in our lives, we get married and move on and so on and blah, blah, blah. You start to feel that. So sure. Exactly. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was the same way. Yeah. I mean, I knew it was a love story then, but it didn't resonate like it does, like it did 20 years ago to me. 20 years ago, it started resonating more deeply.
It's the common theme throughout.
Yeah,
it's the common theme throughout.
Exactly. Yeah. And I got a wife and 3 kids, so I could definitely relate to that, right? I mean, you gotta do right, by them and do, for them too. You know what I mean? So I definitely get it now.
Stacy, your thoughts on that Adrian factor? That is something I always contribute to you on this podcast, to the fact that Sly wrote that way, whether it's Sue in my life, Sandra in Anthony's life or whatever. So to me, what is it for you when it comes to Adrian?
Well, I mean, the whole Rocky series as a whole, I like that it can be for, Rosario, what it is for him, what it is for you, and how it's transferable.
Yeah.
From one moment to the next, or from one life to the next, because it sort of applies to everyone wherever they're at. So I just love the way it can, kind of move around and be meaningful in everyone's life, regardless of what they're going through. I mean, the sweetest part to me about their relationship is that he didn't have any gas, you know what I'm saying? And unless she was like, win, you know what I mean? And just, they were both felt like nobodies. And then to each other, they were somebody. And then, so it was like the gaps. And I just think, my favorite scenes are right in the pet shop. She's like skulking around like, hey, doesn't he know I don't exist? You know what I mean? And he sort of puts her on the map. And I think, and for her to say, of course you can do it. She became his gas pedal. And that I love that.
It is.
There was a governor. Rocky had a governor around his neck. He could only go so far. He needed Adrian to go that next level. He needed that love, support, and guidance. And I think that's what we all need. And so Adrian goes from being female to being the spouse, partner, companion in our everything, mom, dad, father, brother, whatever goes. That's what Adrian becomes. Adrian becomes that person that gives us that last thing that we need. We could only go so far on the mountain without that oxygen tank, without that extra click of energy on the axe to pull us up on the ice. That doesn't happen. And Adrian is that factor. Russ, for me, what is your favorite? Oh, we're doing a game. Yes, 100%.
Cheers, 100%.
Ross,
tell him the game. The poor guy doesn't know what the heck we're doing.
We hold on. Anthony has a signature state. There it is. It's a drinking game. Every time Anthony says A or 100%, we take a sip.
Take a sip. We take a shot. Want me to take a shot? I'll take a shot.
Take a shot. My brother's favorite line, as a matter of fact. As you can see, we started this broadcast. I had a full glass. Okay. Yeah,
very
right.
empty now. Very empty now.
Anthony, you can't say your catchphase because we're done.
I gotta stop. Yeah.
Now listen, I know Santa Maverick, Ross, Rosario Smirne. I literally have a man crush on you. I do. I love your passion. I love your family. I love everything you stand for and that you're about. Now we are gonna let you go here at some point. We want you to go back and enjoy.
Really?
With your family. I know we could go on and on. But the thing is, I want to bring Ross back because he has an entirely a first history story. His sports story, high school, college, whatever. His story is so beautiful. I want to talk about that, but I wanted to get him in for Christmas. I wanted to accentuate the Christmas part of him.
Right.
And so Ross, are you up for that in maybe
anytime?
A month, month and a half. I want to bring you back. Is that
cool? There's more to him. There's more to him here.
Whatever you want. Come anytime. No problem.
Yeah,
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, we wanted to. This is the Santa Maverick QBC episode. We need the Ross episode.
Yeah.
I see there's more here, man. I see there's more here for sure.
I'm telling you, I would not openly invite him back if I didn't know there
were more true. Here. Also, so true.
Yeah, there is. I mean,
part 1, part 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
He really
I'd be honored. Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely want to bring, because then I want to talk about on our next show. I really want to talk about how Ross's story, but then I want to talk about TikTok and how evil and repugnant people can be.
Oh yes, please.
And how Ross has helped me.
Yes,
it's been amazing.
That would be a nice behind the curtains, guys. Come on, because you guys are big, so I want to hear about this.
Oh, this is an impressive story.
Yeah.
So listen, Ross. Before we go, I always have a question I ask everyone, but I'll get to that in a minute. But I want Stacy to go first, and then Anthony. Do you guys have anything you want to ask, or just tell Ross before we let him go?
I combed through both Santa Maverick and the QBC, and I just love them both. And for you to talk about what you're doing with the Santa and where you want to go with it, that just shows how big your heart is, which shows, of course, you're a Rocky fan, because Rocky's all heart. So, it absolutely makes sense. And then the drive from Quit Bitchin Coalition, that's also Rocky too. So, you know what I'm saying? It just, you personify those aspects of Rocky in those two sites. So I just thought it was, I thought that was very cool.
Thank you.
And don't stop, man. Don't stop. I know I can tell you don't care what people think.
Yeah.
I love that.
But don't stop, because what you're doing is awesome. When I saw you that first time, and Mike didn't even say anything. Like, he told us about you later, but I just saw you on Instagram, and I was like, who's this? And I didn't realize you were the same QBC guy.
Yeah.
So that threw me for a loop. But don't stop, because here in Toronto, it's not happening anymore. But we had a modern Santa a few years ago. One of our over here in Canada, we have a warehouse, a department store chain, kind of like Macy's. It's called Hudson's Bay. Yeah, modern Santa. You know who it is, right?
Yep.
This guy was huge. And everyone loved it.
Yeah.
Everybody loved this guy. He was in commercials. He was such a big ad for a while. It's not anymore, but he was massive. So, and I could totally see you being the next one.
Yeah.
So don't stop, my brother.
You're the young version. You're like, the young version of what Santa was before he was
exactly.
70.
Yeah.
You know what
Santa didn't start when he was old. Santa had to start when he was young. So
Right.
Keep going, man.
It.
You're awesome.
Thank you very much.
Ross, this is no surprise to you, your family, or my family. I absolutely love and adore you, brother. I do.
I got you.
When I do everything I can. When I see your number pop up on my phone, I do everything I can to answer that. I swear. I don't want to miss an opportunity to talk to you. So we've been really, really pulling at your heart, and you've been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
My last question. If you had 30 seconds in an elevator with Sylvester Stallone, what would you tell him? Go.
Oh my God. Jeez. I mean, wow. And I don't get a loss for words. I would just tell him how much he's changed my life, course of life in every aspect. You know what I mean? In every single aspect. And, it's funny, and this is off the subject. I talked about a guy today, and we'll get back to that. But I would just tell him how much he changed my life. I'd tell him that I've named my kid after Rocco, and he might look at me crazy, but because of that. And the same stuff. But as Mike knows, you want to say something that he hasn't heard 13,000 times. You know what I mean? And wow, that might I don't get stumped. That's a tough question. You know what I mean? Because it's wow.
That's tough, because we would all be the same.
Right.
I mean, I think
all
I
would be the same way.
But I'll tell you what, I say I'd be okay, and I'll tell you a quick story about Mike.
Yeah.
When Mike showed up to that lobby in the hotel, don't forget, it's the first time I've ever seen Mike, right?
Yeah.
Just in Philly before the race. I'm telling you, it was crazy that I got goosebumps, and for more than a split second, forgot that he wasn't Rocky. So I almost felt nervous. And that really was a new person I met, because it almost felt like Rocky was there. And I had to catch myself. Like, it was that's how good he looked in play.
Mike is the spirit of Rocky. He personified him.
and this is God's honest truth. It was a phenomenon that I've never felt, because I've met celebrities in here, and the one I've never met in my life has been Stallone. You know what I mean? And somebody was saying today, because I was talking about Mike and the podcast and you guys, and he was saying, "Oh, I never want to meet Stallone. He's my favorite person. He'll." What if he lets me down? I said,
right.
You can see what Mike said. I mean, everyone has bad days, but I said, I don't think that's ever going to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right.
This guy, and then Mike, I don't want to keep you guys too long, but the craziest thing of all I've listened to Mike told me something today. I had no idea.
The Eye of the Tiger, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, my life might be different if they went with that Queen song. If they went with Another One Bites the Dust, Lift the Weights to Another One Bites the Dust is a good song.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work though.
It doesn't work. I don't know. Who knows what I'd be doing.
All right, let's go one step further. What if Joey Esposito's song from Karate Kid, "You're the Best"? That was the original. That was the runner-up to Eye of the Tiger.
It's better, and it's on my playlist.
Still doesn't work.
It doesn't work for me.
Not like Eye of the Tiger.
Not even close. It's not. I mean, it's a good song. I'll listen to it. Not
so
when I'm running. But
imagine if they flipped both songs into each movie.
Right.
It doesn't work for either movie.
No.
It's amazing.
It just doesn't.
It worked out how it did, but I can't imagine Another One Bites the Dust. Like
no.
Eye of the Tiger. Think about this. Think of a pair of cojones.
Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger breaks the cojones like nothing else.
Yeah.
That to me is brilliant.
And you have to watch it with Rocky scenes. You can't watch it as the guy singing on stage. I gotta watch it with the scenes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
See my kids when it comes on the radio, right? And I get the advice whether they want to or not. Like I always take them to school. I'll show you some of the videos.
Yeah.
They all pump it up. They all get nuts. They know it's my
love
song,
it.
Ross, you are nothing short of inspirational, brilliant, beautiful, and tall. Thank you.
Thunderlips.
Thank you, Thunderlips. Thank you so much for being part of this. This is no BS. I definitely want to bring you back on.
Sure.
I want to. There's a whole other hour we can talk about.
Yeah.
So,
Ross, please.
Thank you, my friend.
All right. Hey guys, I'm honored to be on. It was a great time, and I'll see you soon for sure.
You're an awesome guy. You'll be our first return.
All right, that'll work. Where's the camera? There we go.
Keep punching.
Thanks, Ross.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Guys. I'll talk
we'll see you soon. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow.
I love that. I love that guy.
Fantastic.
I literally have a man crush on that guy.
I can see why, man.
I'm just so proud of him.
Yeah.
I really am just so proud.
Yeah.
That he just, I don't know, he's going after
He's
it.
just getting it.
Yeah.
He's just getting it, and he doesn't care what anyone's saying, man.
And that's the thing. We people's opinions, people's comments, we take what people say and we revere it like it's gospel. And as human beings, especially those with an actual set of goals, you need to stop doing that. And he is a perfect example of, well, thanks for your opinion, but I'm doing this anyway. You have
to give a crap. Right. Yeah.
And so I love that energy about him. I mean, even
like
Adrian, what is Adrian's like? You can't win. And he's like, you know what? I love you, but this is still in me. And I have to do this.
Yeah.
And he's that. I love that.
It does. Anthony, if you had one takeaway, what would you take away?
He inspired me because I have that. I have that thing where it's like, I'll try something and then someone says one thing and I just, a little bit. I'm so much better now.
Good.
But I used to really have my insecurities and it's better now. But seeing him where I can never, dress up the way he's doing and just walk out into a crowd and feel cool about it, or what you do, Mike. So I'm inspired by that, and who cares what people think? Who cares what they're gonna say?
Exactly.
It's tough for me, but I'm we're getting better at it.
That's how I feel the same way. I really do. I think the fact that he changed from seeing his love story to from a sports moment to a love story.
Right.
I absolutely I love that it resonated with him as as Rocky grew, Ross grew with his wife and children and so on. And so I just thought it was a beautiful segue. Stace, what did you think about this guy?
Yeah, just everything that you guys just said, his energy. And I think, Anthony, we all go through that. You're the youngest one of the three of us, and we are in our 20s and our 30s. You know what I'm saying? What people say weighs heavy on you. It does. Yeah. So that's totally normal. But I don't know, somewhere in your 40s, you're like, you know what? Clock is ticking. And I can't be slowed down by people. I mean, you're never going to be criticized by people who are doing better than you. You're only ever criticized by people not doing as well as you.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just do what you're doing. You cannot be haunted by that stuff. And
no, definitely not.
That's what I like about him. He's so confident. And
he's cool.
He's the coolest looking Santa I've ever seen.
Yeah,
he's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
This is his QBC kind of gear.
There he is, QBC. He's got a skull on his
chest. Saying be quiet. I love it.
Exactly. Be quiet. Stop your bitching.
Yeah.
Just do it.
So cool, man.
I love that.
I love the shh. I love it. It's great.
I know. And he's the biggest individual I've ever come across.
Yeah.
He's just so big and large. And he has a full-time job on top of everything else that he does. He has a full-time job, and it's something I'm not going to get into, but it's something that is, if anyone knew who Ross is and what he does, you would have so much respect for this man.
Honorable.
We got to get into that.
Honorable. Yeah.
If he would like to talk about that,
part two.
I'm gonna let him lead that. If he would like to talk about what he does full time for a living, this is one of those guys you're gonna be like, whoa.
That was Ross 1. We can't wait to see Ross 2.
Exactly.
Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Ross 1, 2.
Yeah.
Now listen, I got something I want to say. So let's just take a minute right here. Let's just take a pause because we have a big announcement. This is something kind of spectacular, and I don't know what happens with our home office, but this time of year, I don't know. Maybe we need to have a meeting of the board and get a secure home office. Stacy, what do you think?
It's about time.
We got to talk to these guys.
Yeah, it's a little annoying. We're always announcing a new home office. Anyways, guys, we have a new home office this week.
We do for Christmas, for the season.
It's rather Christmas themed. I mean, who could have figured? Right. So we're literally coming live
to you.
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Santa Claus, Indiana. That's real.
This is a real place.
That's real.
That's right. It's a real town, real place, real people, real emotions, hardships, you name it. It's going all on Santa Claus, Indiana. So
it's fitting time of year. Yeah. Santa Maverick was on. We should come from
we just had
his
Christmas.
home office.
Between New Year's. Exactly. So if you guys are around, if any of our followers are there, stop in. There's some free eggnog, and we've got some donuts there. We've got some Tootsie Rolls, and we also have a roll of nickels that we're handing out to one lucky person who could answer the trivia question that is in a bowl tied with a little red ribbon. Yeah. So, have at it, people.
It's a Santa's village, like all year round. It's cool.
It is. Actually,
it's very cool.
Speaking of a Santa's village, this has no clue into that whatsoever.
My
shirt.
Your shirt.
My shirt. So
looks like a Santa's village.
Yeah, if you guys remember the old Planet Hollywood, which there's very few that are still in existence right now.
True.
This shirt has traveled. So, Jesus, probably about 27 years ago, I bought an original Planet Hollywood shirt at the Planet Hollywood in New York City, along with a very expensive leather jacket that had Planet Hollywood on the back. It's like those old NASCAR jackets, or like the one 8-ball that Putty wears on Seinfeld.
Yes.
All right, So it was like one of those, and so I wore this thing everywhere. I have it hanging up. I'll never get rid of it. But this shirt found its way. The original, not this one. The original shirt would go back and forth. I would wear it for 6 months, and then I'd give it to my father to wear for 6 months, right? And so we loved it. It was just like handed back and forth. Yeah. We loved this shirt so much. So one day my dad bought his own shirt. He came across when he bought one, right?
Nice.
Okay, so I could have it. So now when we moved 2 years ago, as everybody knows, we moved from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, to our home here in Pottstown, right outside of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I lost my shirt in the move. The original shirt.
No.
I don't know where it is. It could still be buried somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Yeah. So I said, you know what? There are going to be special occasions in my life. I just know it. And nothing is more dressier than this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I went on eBay and I said, show me Planet Hollywood, vintage. And this shirt came up and I said, okay, extra large. Let's go. Boom.
Done.
Nice. And this is that shirt.
Wow. You got one back. See? Determination, I tell you.
That's what it is. Determination, perseverance, you name it. Now, listen, I want to talk about something a little more serious, something that I am so proud of our co-host Stacy for being part of. Stacy, how is Mentel going? One of the best things on the planet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's going very well. And so I just finished, it's not out yet, but I finished editing 8 and 9 episode 8 and 9.
You have an episode with who we just
right?
I was just our episode number 2.
Austin. Yeah. So Austin Gomes, the Marine.
Yeah.
From episode 2. He reached out to me when he saw that. And I was like, of course we'll have you on. I was so excited. So we just had him on. He's out. Nice. It's out now. So
we got to watch that.
On YouTube, the channel is just called Stigma Does Not Define Us. And, we want to hear from men who dared to say, I'm not okay. I need help, who got help and are better for it. Because the suicide rate among men in the world is high, but it is devastatingly high in England right now. And so, and it's kind of like 1950s over there in terms of the attitudes for men and mental health. So we're trying to obviously, bring that number down and just allow men to say, I need help. And that's why he wants those kind of stories where men said, I got help, and look at what I've been able to accomplish since. So
that's an awesome thing.
Yeah, that's what we're
beautiful.
up
to. That is, that show's doing something.
Yeah,
it does. We're just talking about Rocky here, but Stacy,
that shows
they're really going above and beyond. We're just whatever, we're doing our little thing.
Well, it's like this is really just a more goofy. Like,
well, we give people entertainment. That's right. It helps in a different way
because Rocky inspired these people to do these really cool things. You know, but we are talking about something sad over it. Stigma does not define us, but it's still
needs to be done though.
I mean, just like Tom Cowden said, and I said at the beginning, he's like, I watch you guys every week. You guys like.
That's nice. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like so that's helping him somehow. So
it's all good.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're doing something in our way.
Anthony, what's happening with you? Where can people find you? What are you doing? Who are you saving? Are you helping anyone give birth? Are you stopping tornadoes? What's happening?
I'm at the Rocky Files co-host on Instagram, and I want to promote our show.
Yes.
Stacy and Mike have done amazing stuff. We're back on Podbean and Apple Podcast. They helped out while I was not doing anything. So we're back up there. And guys, we want to get to 1,000 followers.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, please watch, and please post about us. Talk about us to your friends. We want to get up there. The year is ending, and next year we want to explode. So if you guys can help us out, again, we're not asking for money. We don't ask for money here.
It's always going to be free.
We're always going to be free. No. We're not talking about that. Just
you know what? We don't want money.
No, just get us out there. We want to do much better next year. We're doing fine, but we want to get out there. We want to reach a lot of Rocky fans, and just if you can help us out, talk to your friends, tell us about us.
Simple.
Get some T-shirts going.
Right.
Yeah. If you guys want to hear anything, do you guys want to see anything? Write to us. Tell us what you want to see.
Totally.
Yeah, topics.
You want to talk about a list of the top 3 Rocky
whatever
villains. You want to talk about best love scene, whatever you want to talk about. The top 3 best punches in all the Rocky fights, whatever it is.
Tell us you want to see. within reason. Favorite? Don't say you want to see Talia Shire on the show. I
do.
No, that's gonna happen. I know we do, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Things that we can kind of control. But
what's your favorite pair of Rocky sneakers?
Right. Right. Exactly.
What's your favorite running attire?
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's do content like that.
We'll do it. Like whatever you guys want to see. Just put the word out there. We want to do great things coming up next year. But
T-shirts.
T-shirts. T-shirts.
There's nothing else I can say other than follow me, the Yo Philly Rocky Film Tour.
Yes.
On Instagram. You can swing on over to TikTok Rocky on Instagram or on TikTok, which is TICK Rock TikTok Rocky.
Yes.
Because TikTok, the regular TikTok Rocky got.
We'll put you up there. We'll put you up there.
Stacy, what is that? Is that Cue the Rocky
This
music?
is a killer book right here.
Yeah.
This great book I found.
Yes.
What is this, Michael?
This is
Michael.
There are only two people in the world that call me Michael, Stacy and my mother. We had this little private conversation off air, and it's something that I really I appreciate when she says that because
it's nice.
I don't know. It's just it's a upper level friendship type thing.
It's nice.
So, I appreciate that. So Cue the Rocky Music is a book that I wrote. Take a look at it. You can go to where is it? It's on
Amazon,
BarnesandNoble.com. It's all over the place. It's like a dog poop. Go take a look at it. Read the back cover. It's really interesting. And maybe Stacy and I will be doing some more readings from it. There's a couple of sections I think coming up that are kind of interesting that I think you guys would like. So listen, my God, the 21st episode. Here is a final cheer to the three of us. Guys,
cheers.
And happy new year to everybody. Happy new year, you guys. 2022.
Happy new year.
So glad to be back. Yes, happy new year.
Here we go. Let's just keep moving forward. And guys, what do we always say?
Keep punching.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.